1450 WHTC now presents What's New in Holland Public Schools, brought to you by Holland Public Schools. And it is with that in the background as the Holland High School Drama Department will be presenting Mary Poppins for performances next couple of weekends. And today we are very pleased to have three of the actors involved: Logan Hofland, Isaiah Lee, and in between is Anna Ryzenga, who is Mary Poppins herself. Good morning, and be comfortable with the microphones. Be chummy with them, because that way people can be able to hear you. Anna, as the lead, talk a little bit about the challenges of playing a role that really has become an iconic one-for-one, Julie Andrews.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. So it's been really interesting, kind of taking this role and making it my own, trying to really make it a combination of a lot of the things that Julie Andrews did really well about the role that made her such a lovable and iconic role, and then also taking pieces of Mary from the book series and incorporating that into the role that I'm playing, and taking it to places that I'm like reimagining in my head. So that's been really fun and interesting. What
differences, if you've seen the movie, does the stage presentation have that people will say, well, that wasn't in the movie, but you have to adapt because of the surroundings?
Yeah, the stage version of Mary is a lot colder and a little bit more strict and firm than the movie version. In the movie, she's very sweet and compassionate with the children, and in the stage version, she's a little bit more harsh with them, and this is how it is. So it's been interesting.
For those who may have read about the book itself, mm-hmm. that the movie was based on, and this theatrical production, this is more with the book version than it is the movie, which softened it a little bit, I think, because Walt Disney wanted to make it more of a softening thing.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely closer to the book Mary than the movie Mary.
Isaiah Lee, what about you, your role in this production?
With this role of Bert, I've as well tried to have a combination of what I've seen Dick Van Dyke use in the movie, and as well as looking at Broadway, looking at Gavin Lee and Gavin Creel and what they've done on the Broadway side of it, and finding my own way to put them together and show off the iconic role that people know.
It is iconic, but the thing is, with the Dick Van Dyke character, especially, outstanding dancer. How much of a challenge was that?
I feel a lot of my theater skills are centered towards dancing, so...
He's a great dancer.
Oh, you...
Yeah. But the chimney sweep songs and stuff like that would really be the ones that'd be taxing.
Exactly.
Anna, swing the microphone over to Logan Hofland. Logan, what's your role in this production?
I have a couple smaller lead roles, one being Neleus, a statue, the son of Poseidon, and another one being Valentine, a creepy clown doll that is injured by the children while they fight amongst their toys. And so they're both really out there characters. None of them are like small and character-wise. Like, they have a ton of energy. Valentine being really big and creepy and just crazy movement, and then Neleus just being the happiest boy on the face of the planet. Like, he has no fear because he's coming alive for the first time from being a statue, and so he's just trying to find his father and have a great time doing it.
Talk a little bit, Dylan, about how this production has sort of the group itself, and I'm not only talking about the on-stage people, but the backstage people and the like. Talk a little bit about this department and the close-knitness that has been traditional. How has it helped in terms of getting this production off the ground?
I think the theater program, there's no way to get around getting close to everyone around you, because you work with them for so many hours a week, and going into the show, you are right alongside them and close space, doing all these dance moves and changing costumes. And for this production, we have a huge cast. It's the biggest cast I've been a part of, definitely, at Holland High. And the fact that we had to take all these new people and make them part of the family, I think that really strengthened the numbers as a whole, because we had to start from the ground and come up. And the people that were a little higher and had been doing it for multiple years, we all took everyone else under our wings. And so then we could bring everyone up to the same level. So I think it strengthened and helped improve others' weaknesses. We kind of cover each other's.
All right. Now I've done the busy blah, 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 boring parts. When we are talking about a stage production, Anna, Isaiah, and Logan, we always want to have a chance for you to perform a song or two. Hopefully you have one ready to go that, if not all three of you are part of, or at least... Anna, you and Isaiah as the two of the lead characters in the production. Share some with us.
All right.
All right.
So, you ready?
Yeah. Now as the ladder of life has been strung, you may think I sweeps on the bottommost rung, though I spends me time in the ashes and smoke. In this whole wide world, there's no happier bloke. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiree. A sweep is as lucky can be. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo.
Good luck will rub off when he shakes hands with you.
Or blow me a kiss.
Bert.
And that's lucky too.
Very, very nice indeed. We can hear the applause, even though it is a virtual situation as well. But when I had Mr. Schneider, Kevin Schneider, the director, on last week and then this week, I've sort of focused some of the songs that, let's just say, are not top of mind songs when you talk about Mary Poppins. Feed the Birds, Tuppence a Bag, which... the music of it when Mr. Banks gets sacked at the bank on that is one of the more dramatic parts of the motion picture as well. Also, the other part is in the movie itself, Isaiah, when Bert was talking with Mr. Banks about that and just talking about the fact of putting everything in perspective. You really can't just focus so much on money. You got to focus about the family as well. That's also a very poignant part of the motion picture. Is it a part of the play as well?
Exactly. I do have a scene with Mr. Banks where we kind of look at his life where he is now. He's very distraught on where he is right now with his family, and having Bert there as a very lively and outgoing character, he tries to pull him back into it and to look on the brighter side of things the way Bert does.
And in that regard, then, Mary Poppins is more than just a musical, more than just a children's story. Yeah. It has a lot of layers that you have to peel off.
Yeah, this show and these last few days have really kind of cemented it in my mind, but just the story of this show is outstanding. The way that it displays a family life and the struggles that a family goes through and that kind of stuff, and it's just a beautiful story. The end of the show gets me every single time I watch it. I think it's a beautiful story.
All right, and one final thing, Dylan, and I'll get you, Logan, and I'll get you involved as well, even though you have a minor part. But I'll bring this up. Performances, and we'll give the performance dates at Holland High School for Mary Poppins, December 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 8th, 9th, and 10th at 7 p.m., December 3rd, 4th, 10th, and 11th at 2 p.m., and there will be a theme party for all 4- and 5-year-olds and their parents that's going to be taken part of on Saturday the 10th from 10 a.m. until 12 noon in the Holland High Commons. Logan Hofland, tell us about that aspect, because, yes, it's one thing to perform, but it's another thing to give back to the little kids, especially. They're going to be looking up to you guys.
I think it's just a ton of fun because you get to play your character out of the context that it's usually in. You usually have these set boundaries and your lines that you have to go on, but when you can have freedom with it and you can just take the character that you've developed and you've become one with, and you can go out and just have fun with little children, it's one of my favorite parts, definitely.
Logan Hofland, Anna Ryzenga, Isaiah Lee, thank you very much for joining us on What's New in Holland Public Schools. We wish you well in the upcoming production of Mary Poppins coming up, the first performance coming up on December 1st. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.